on in. Let's chat to the one and only Jenny, who spearheads this band. Hey.
G'day.
How you going?
Great. Now.
Great. You were... Don't tell me that.
Awesome.
You look like you were having an incredible time.
I was. That's the best time I've had in all year.
I can kind of relate to the feeling that even as good as a gig is, you kind of you're really glad for the exhilaration of when it's over. You give a lot during your performances. Are you glad it's done?
Nah. I know that I'm not going to be able to do it again for a long time, so I'm sad. It was exhilarating. There's nothing like the adrenaline from it. Can't quite get that thrill anymore. Certainly not, in your living room. It's just not quite right.
I was so happy to see you play and smash through it. Were there moments for you, like me, where it felt, if you squint, that it was a real gig?
Yeah. That's the good thing with the lights on you. Like, if you just... I can't look at the audience when I'm playing anyway, so, I can just imagine. It's all good.
Where do you go when you are smashing through a song? Where do you go in your mind?
I think it's one of the rare times where I don't go anywhere but there. Like, that's what's special about it. It's just, shutting down all of the extra tabs and browsers in your brain, going on with whatever anxious crap you're normally having going on in there. And what I love about it is having that moment where you're nowhere else. That's the best thing.
You were very present, and I loved it. Pulled some amazing shapes and glares. I adored every minute. Helen Hellbound on YouTube is wondering in particular about your guitar playing influences. You self-taught?
Yeah, look, I used to play Celtic folk music when I was a teenager.
Really?
Yeah, I used to play like dadgad guitar along with like jigs and reels and stuff. And so I think that's where the really kind of rhythmic part of it comes from.
But
and
also there's a relentless drone to that music. Like there's a focus to that music as well.
And really rhythmic and driving, and so those elements come through. And then, just like all of my influences after that were bands I saw in Melbourne, like, the Dacios.
Yeah.
And,
how good. Oh, rockin' outfit.
Yeah.
What a voice too.
Yeah, LJ, total hero.
Mick on YouTube was a little concerned about your voice throughout your show, and he was wondering how you protect your voice. You belt it out. Do you have a regime?
Well, that's interesting you say that. I like warming up is good, and when we're touring, unfortunately, it's not staying up till 2 a.m. at the pub talking crap.
So you're the first home?
No, I mean, that's what I say I should do. It doesn't mean it's what I do. And also, not being able to play for so long, we had a different live to air that we did for like 40 minutes, and I got so excited at the start, I just started screaming, and then I just lost my voice 2 songs in. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like, show the enthusiasm, all good.
We all suffer from that during this weird time. Yeah. I think a lot of artists have lost their voice on stage playing a set here, including me.
Yeah.
It's we're not as match fit as we were.
Exactly. I didn't realise how much it was a thing. But anyway, I don't think I lost it too much that time. So all good.
You nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. A big part of the Delivered Live initiative and what we do here is each artist nominates a venue and a crew member that a portion of the ticket sales go to. So if you buy a ticket, everything's distributed amongst everyone that goes on this show, as well as venues and crew members that artists nominate. Can you talk about who you've nominated?
Yeah, well, firstly, we've our crew member is Alicia Say, who is our front of house engineer / just can fix anything at any time,
Love
band
those people.
or not. Like, just incredible. One of those absolute, like, amazing humans that we just bless ourselves every day to have in our crew.
Superhero.
Yeah. And then, the venue we selected is Nighthawks. And, that's because they're kind of Shauna, the drummer's, living room, because she lives just down the road. Housemates work there and Nick works there. And also they put on a lot of, like, really up-and-coming new bands, and they're not afraid to put on really, really weird stuff. And we think they're a really important kind of venue that we need to keep going when everything comes back. So all that good Melbourne weirdness can keep shining through.
So just like all the other venues, that place is closed at the moment. What's happening there at the moment? It's
yeah, well, they don't have food, so, and you know, I don't think there's a lot happening there at the moment. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone.
This has been, you know, decimating. This whole pandemic's decimated a whole bunch of the entertainment industry, and not everyone can pivot always. So it's all the more reason why you can buy a ticket at Delivered Live and help some venues, artists, crew members through this very, very difficult time. You released a new album in March. Obviously, you had a whole series of plans that have had to change in this time.
Yeah.
You okay?
Lol. Something.
Yeah.
It's a process.
Yeah, you got to process it. This
Yeah.
would have been you guys, like I was talking to Nat, have an immense momentum behind you at the moment, and your life would have been very different. It would not have been in your own living room, that's for sure.
Nah.
It's hard to plan at the moment. What are your plans?
Yeah, look, we're you know, try to get the new tours happening whenever that happens, but it's kind of hard to plan when that happens. But really, we're just going to be trying to write in when we can get together. We'll do that. Otherwise, writing at home, spending a lot of time listening to records, lying on the floor, and you know.
What's on your floor? I want to know. I know we have to wind it up, but tell me, just we need a few tips. I know a lot of people after your set are adding you on Spotify, listening to your music, getting your new album, Not Enough, that you just released. But what are you listening to that you'd recommend to get people through their ISO?
Well, I have been listening to a band a lot recently called Public Practice, who are not actually Melbourne-based, but they have a new album out that I am absolutely, really, really loving.
Public Practice?
Yeah. Anyway, that's, really, really good. And apart from that, always, you know, listening to the few bits of gems that we have from, you know, friends like Zigzag and stuff who have a few bits of music out.
Well, head to deliveredlive.com.au. You will find a direct link there to Cable Ties merchandise and ways to support all the artists on the show tonight. Jenny, thank you so much for playing and absolutely smashing through things. If you wouldn't mind, ladies and gentlemen, Cable Ties, yes indeed!